Hi, how are you?
Hi. The lady at the sign-in table gave me this and asked me to come and see you.
Okay. Would you like to have a seat?
Thank you.
Let's see. You forgot to bring your picture signature ID today?
I didn't realize I needed it.
Oh, not a problem. We have a different provision for you. But I see that you're in our precinct register and they have put the sticker there. So what I'm going to do is get our provisional ballot bag and look in and get a ballot out for you.
And I will be able to vote.
Yes, you will be able to vote today.
Good.
Not a problem.
The clerk completes Section 2 of the multipurpose affirmation and checks the box that says Voter votes a provisional ballot and records the reason for voting a provisional ballot below. The clerk can refer to the sticker in Section 1 of the multipurpose affirmation, which indicates the precinct number and the ballot style number. With this information, the clerk can issue the correct provisional ballot to the voter. Besides not having picture signature ID, there are other reasons for issuing a provisional ballot. In these cases, there isn't a sticker with the precinct number and ballot style number on it, and it is necessary for the clerk to call the elections office to obtain the correct precinct number and ballot style number. The voter is asked to complete the front of the certification affirmation envelope. The clerk must witness the voter signing their name on the line titled Signature of Voter. In the Witness of Election Officials section, the clerk must enter the election date, the precinct number, ballot style number, and sign on the line that says Signature of Election Official. On the back of the certification affirmation envelope, the clerk must check the reason for issuing a provisional ballot. The clerk removes the pads of provisional ballots from the provisional ballot bag and selects the correct ballot style number from the sticker in Section 1 of the multipurpose affirmation, or the ballot style number recorded in Section 2 of the multipurpose affirmation. The clerk instructs the voter on how to properly vote the provisional ballot. The clerk issues the voter a ballot, a secrecy envelope, and the completed certification affirmation envelope. The voter is instructed to insert the completed ballot into the secrecy envelope and then into the certification affirmation envelope and return to the clerk when they are finished.
And then bring it back to me. Hi, Ms. Jones, did everything go well?
Everything went fine.
Good.
Here's my ballot.
Okay, and
The clerk asks the voter to seal the envelope,
if you would seal it for me, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
attaches the multipurpose affirmation to the certification envelope,
That brought you over and clip it here, and I'm
and
going to
asks the voter to drop the ballot into the ballot box.
Thank you. And I
A
have
free access
this little
form is
form is a
issued
free
to the
access
voter, which
form.
gives
It
the voter
explains the
information
provisional
regarding
ballot. You just
his
fill
or
out
her
all the
provisional
information.
ballot.
If you have any questions, there's a number there that you can call.
Okay.
Thank you for coming in.
Well, thank you. You've been very kind.
And see you next election. Hi, how are
Hi.
you?
Well, I hope I'm okay. I was just over here at the table, and my address isn't correct. I've moved, and
Okay.
we need to find out where I go vote.
Well, I think you probably know that in Florida, when you vote, you need to vote in the precinct in which you live. So
right.
you have moved since the last
Since
time
the
you
last
voted.
time, yep, I have.
Okay. That's not a problem, Mr. Teeman. What I do need to do is call the office.
Okay.
And I would need your correct address. So
Okay.
down at the bottom of this form, everything that's in black, if you would fill that out for me.
Okay.
For all address changes, the voter must complete the voter registration application in Section 3 of the multipurpose affirmation. It is very important that the voter completes all sections highlighted in black on the left side of the application. The voter must sign the application. The clerk calls the elections office with the voter's new address to determine the voter's correct precinct.
And I have a voter.
If the voter stays in that precinct, the clerk records the precinct number and ballot style number that was given to them by the elections office, and the voter is taken back to the inspector and signs in as usual. If the voter does not vote in that precinct, the new precinct number, ballot style number, and new polling place address are recorded in the space provided. In both cases, the clerk must sign the bottom of Section 2. Once this is done, the voter is sent to the new polling place with directions and the completed multi-purpose affirmation.
You should be able to vote fairly quickly.
Okay, fine. Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming by.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good. I just was over at another precinct, and I had moved, and they gave me this form and said I should come over and see you.
Very good. And you don't know how glad I am that that clerk sent you with this form, because it's going to save you time and me as well.
That's good.
I see your new address and that you are in this precinct. So now what we need to do is go over to the inspector and see if you're in the register, and if not, we'll add your name to the buff
Okay.
pages. So just come with me. Hi, Charlotte. This is Mr. Tiemann, and he's moved into our precinct.
Okay,
And I need to check and make sure that he's not in our register, and then add him to the buff pages. Let's see, he's TI. No, he's not there. Okay, then I will add him to the buff pages in the back.
When adding a voter to the buff pages, it is important that all sections are completed. The name and address of the voter, date of birth, voter ID number, the reason they are being added to the register, and the ballot style number recorded in Section 2 of the multi-purpose affirmation. Once this information is added, the clerk handwrites the voter's name and ballot style number on a ballot ticket and gives it to the inspector, and the inspector completes the voter check-in process.
When a voter is sent to the
Well, I
clerk
hope I'm
because they
okay.
could not be found in
I
the
was just over
precinct
here at the
register,
table,
it is
and,
possible that the voter's name is located in the book addition pages. If a voter is sent to the clerk because they cannot be found in the precinct register, but they are listed on the book addition pages, the clerk still must call the office to obtain the correct
Sue,
ballot
this is
style
Beth.
number.
I'm the clerk at
In
403.
Section 2 of the multi-purpose affirmation, the clerk checks the box that says voter votes in this precinct and records the precinct number and ballot style number. The clerk takes the voter to the inspector and, using the information on the book addition pages, adds the voter's information to the buff pages. The clerk must add the voter's name, address, date of birth, voter ID number, reason for add-on, and the ballot style number. The clerk then handwrites the voter name and ballot style number on a ballot ticket, and the inspector completes the process. The voter signs the precinct register. A voter never signs the book addition pages.
Good morning.
Hi, how are you?
How are you? My name is Janice.
Uh-huh.
I was advised that I already they show me as a ballot mailed,
Oh, okay.
and I must have left it on my desk because
Okay,
I
you
have
didn't
not
bring it with
voted.
you today?
No, I'd like to vote today if possible.
That's not a problem. Janice, why don't you have a seat if I may take your form? I need to call the office and confirm
Good.
that you have not mailed back that ballot, and then I think that it shouldn't be a problem. You should be able to
Okay.
vote right here.
Great.
So if you'll just give me a minute.
If the voter did not bring their ballot to the precinct to surrender, the clerk calls the call center to determine if the ballot has been returned to the supervisor of elections office. Section 2 of the multi-purpose affirmation is completed. If the ballot has not been returned to the supervisor of elections office, the clerk completes the section that says voter votes in this precinct, signs the bottom of Section 2, and brings the voter back to the inspector to vote a regular ballot. If the supervisor of elections office determines that the ballot has been voted and the voter refutes this decision, the voter must vote a provisional ballot.
When the inspector sends a voter to the clerk with a multi-purpose affirmation, the first thing the clerk should do is look at Section 1 to determine the reason they are being sent to them. When filling out Section 2 of the multi-purpose affirmation, it is important that the clerk provides all the information required, starting with the election date. The telephone number for the call center is provided at the top of Section 2. Determining the voter's eligibility and where the voter votes is covered next. After contacting the elections office, you will know if the voter is eligible to vote and what their party is. This is very important in a primary election, since Florida is a closed primary state. If the voter does vote in that precinct, the precinct number and ballot style number must be entered. If the voter does not vote in that precinct, the new precinct number, ballot style number, and new polling place address must be provided. After speaking to the elections office and it is determined that a voter is not eligible to vote, check the box and provide the reason why. If the voter votes a provisional ballot, check the box and enter the reason, the precinct number, and the ballot style number. Important. The voter must complete and sign Section 3 of the Multipurpose Affirmation for the following reasons: name change, address change, party change, new registration, card replacement, and signature update. Remember, the voter must complete all sections that are highlighted in black on the left side of the application and sign and date the bottom of the application.